Hey, we're live on the live stream without the show without a name, the Sean
Hmm.
Ongley show without a name. With we got Matthew Melton here, who goes by oh shoot, I don't have the words in front of me.
Uh,
Matt,
well, it's
say it for us.
Matchewey,
Matchewey,
or
thank you. I should have
yeah,
rehearsed that too.
that's cool.
And
Uh,
Rasterot is hopefully gonna join us.
hmm Yeah, I told him just join on his phone if he couldn't get the laptop to work, but
Um, yeah, that's acceptable. I last two guests have one of them, a couple of them have done their phone. I don't
hmm
like it. But you know what? I'm surprised how many people are new to streaming. A lot of people didn't even do a lot of zooming in the new world that we have.
right.
Um, and people are learning like how bad the bandwidth is in America. It's not supportive of all this streaming.
hmm
It's not ready yet.
Right.
Philly is. I'm so stoked that I have fiber here and it's cheap.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
what are you up to with your music? Let's talk about that. Get that up right up front. You
Um,
just dropped an
I
album. Is that on your own label, or just tell me, give me everything.
yeah, it's so my buddy Josh Wallace, Rasterot, he kind of started his own little record label thing called Unbreakable Records. He's working on all the fine details in licensing and stuff right now. Um, but yeah, we
Hmm.
he heard some beats I made, thought they were awesome. Asked if he could put something on them.
How do you hear them?
Through the school. We both are students at the LA Film School online audio production program. So there was a little chat in the class, and I shared some stuff, hoping to collaborate with somebody. And he reached out,
Hmm.
and I liked what he was doing, and he liked what I was doing. So we made a record, like just went for it, and yeah, it's been fun.
Oh, cool. Uh, how old a guy are you?
I'm
How old?
34.
34.
Yeah.
And how long you been at it with the music?
Oh, I've been playing music since I was like 10 or 12. Started with trumpet, and then we always had a piano in the house when I was growing up, but I never took any kind of lessons. Started drums at 14 and played in a bunch of bands throughout school and life and stuff. And
What kind of
eventually,
bands early on?
early on, some like trashy punk bands, jam bands, nothing too intricate, but a
Yeah,
lot of fun.
yeah. Um,
hmm
and and so you've gone this direction. When did you start going uh, beat heavy electronic production?
Um, COVID pretty much
So you
steered me
okay?
in that direction. Um, I mean, the lack of human contact, and everybody was freaked out, so nobody wanted to jam. So I was like, fine, I'll just play electronic instruments by myself. See how that goes.
Um, well, that's interesting. It is unfortunate that people weren't playing during that time. Um, and I've never enjoyed, to be honest with you, the inundation of like people playing by themselves in the room on like all these channels,
Yeah,
like comedy
yeah,
shows. I didn't partake in any of it,
right,
and went a little nuts myself. I think we all had a little insanity
definitely,
revealed.
definitely,
But hopefully it's healed. You got to reveal it to heal it.
right, yeah,
And
yeah.
there's like a lot of that kind of theme. I listened to your record again today. I feel like there's some, and that's not your lyrics, but that's on
No,
the record. But
mhm,
do you identify with that?
I do. I could relate a lot to a lot of the stuff he was talking about in the record. That kind of feeling of anxiety a lot comes up, and I don't know. It sounds like somebody almost talking to themselves, through the times of COVID. Like, I don't know. It was kind of interesting to me. Um, I felt like it went well with the instrumentation of the music. so it was pretty relatable.
Cool. I am trying to pull this up on Tidal to see if I can play it. Who spread the word? You got 5 viewers here. Did you
Oh,
spread the
dang.
word?
I did. My
Good
wife
job.
helps out a lot with that too.
There's Rasterot.
There's Rasterot.
So I don't know exactly what to say, how to troubleshoot right now, but what I would suggest is just getting the link directly in copy and paste to the browser. That worked for you, right?
No, I just shared it to my laptop from my phone.
Why radio? Why pirate radio? Your uncle
Oh, hey.
is saying you might have met briefly at No Fest.
Maybe.
Do you remember No
It
Fest?
was a little not really.
Oh, I was really hoping
I
you'd
mean,
say something like, "Yeah, it changed my life."
I must have not been there.
I hope there was some kid that was of the age to be walking through that festival and it did change them somehow. I hope that. Because that was basically that's how I met your uncle, and that's why you are on here. I didn't. You
That's
found me
awesome.
through that way.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
he texted me the other day and said, "Give this guy a call." So,
that's how things happen.
mhm.
He's kind of a natural producer himself,
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
think. But yeah, I hope Rasterot joins us. But tell me about your production process. Do you mind telling what software you use or anything like that?
I used to use Reaper. It was a free digital audio workstation. Well, they have a free trial that goes forever. They don't ever make you buy it, which is kind of nice. But I did pay for it. It's like $60, an unlimited lifetime program. So I started with that, learned that program, and then recently I've been using Logic and Ableton a lot.
That's a great combo. Logic and Reason used to be, I mean, they're still a great combo. My favorite configuration, and I kind of wish that I had kept every legacy computer that I had, because some of these, like, there's something about the oldest version of Pro Tools I ever worked with. It was kind of the easiest thing ever, and then like I got Logic 9, Ableton Lite, Reason 4, and Motu Symphonic Instrument together, and I wrote a really cool piece. I don't know if you knew I made music too.
I checked out your channel a little bit. I did see your stuff. I'm not sure what all you play other than drums.
Yeah, well, I'm working on repackaging my stuff and getting it out. And how do you have other stuff other than the album? Okay, okay, so I'm new to all this, my friends.
Me too. I've never done this
So,
before.
oh God, I understand.
Okay.
Let's proceed. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Aha. Show on stream. Bingo. Now, I want to play this. Now, do you hear it? Do you hear it?
No, I do not.
Aha. Okay. How about with the I don't know. I don't want to bore everybody. You got to fill the air somehow. Sorry guys, I should have rehearsed all this, because I can hear it right now, and somehow I have to tell the streaming platform to listen to it. Anyway, so you're using Reaper, using Logic, and you're new to this, and you were more of an instrument player.
Hmm.
Playing what now? Guitar,
Drums.
drums?
I played drums. Yeah. I've kind of messed around on guitars, but that's not really my thing. There's too much to it. I'm a more of a simple man.
And when you come to the keyboard, how does that relate to your drumming? How do you
Um,
how that? Yeah.
just kind of like the rhythm and melodic movements, I think. But I have been doing like YouTube and LinkedIn Learning, teaching myself proper piano just to learn how to play it for real. Um, it's a lot harder than it looks.
Um. Rasterot is still commenting. He can't get in.
Yeah, I just sent him another link.
The one that I gave you in quotes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it worked for you. Um.
Yep.
I love playing with people, but when I get into a groove composing in these apps,
Mm-hmm.
I do find to be extremely engrossing, and I don't miss people while I'm doing that. Uh, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. I have a little synthesizer, and I'll play with that thing, just making the craziest noises, getting like grooving, and I'll record like a half hour's worth of just weird noises, getting lost, and don't even realize that much time's went by.
Um, yeah. So, are you playing with people these days? Are you back to?
No, not yet. One of the guys I used to play guitar with, he had a baby and is kind of doing the family thing now, and he totally, well, not totally, but pretty much stopped playing guitar. Um, I have another buddy that I was jamming with, and he still wants to play, but it's kind of been hard to time out a meetup.
Rasterot's here.
Hey,
I made it.
Hurrah! What do you think of that? That's kind of nice, huh? No, that's too much. I don't like being so dominant.
I am. Hi. Sorry for the delay. I was having technical difficulties.
Yeah. What's the hang up? What happened? Nice to meet you, by the way. Sorry. How can I improve the
Hey.
Oh, you're delaying a little bit. We lost you. What can I do to make it smoother for people? Let's get some live feedback on the air.
Oops.
maybe like send it to the email.
Email.
We didn't exchange emails, but that probably maybe would have been ideal. I don't know.
Still something. Oh, what happened? We lost.
Lost him.
Are you both out in? You're out in small towns. You're not city.
Yeah. Well, he's in a bigger place than I am. I'm in a town with a population less than 300.
Wow. What? Do you mind saying where?
Klickitat, Washington.
Click a tat.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
love
it's
those.
like right on the river. I think it was from the Yakima tribe.
Uh-huh.
Can you guys hear me now?
We got you.
All right.
Groovy.
I think I got it all worked out now.
Okay.
I am from Hominy, Oklahoma, just so everyone knows.
Yeah. Hominy, Oklahoma. Is that where you are presently?
Yeah, apparently.
Okay. So you're not I thought you were both Washington, but that's cool. Yeah, you found each other from the virtual world. You have it. Oh, I hope we're not losing him again.
Oh no.
The pains of this that I experience with this streaming experiment that I'm going with. America needs better internet. This is really incredible.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are just using their phones.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that because I did watch a couple of your interviews that was like chopping out and stuff. With
And I mean,
somebody on the
just
phone.
for internet. Like more and more people are just using wireless
Oh,
from the
yeah.
air as their internet, and especially in rural places.
Hmm.
I think there's a lot of excitement around the concept of satellite internet because it helps these people. But I kind of like, I don't know how that works. It kind of freaks me out. Feels like we're creating a microwave planet.
Right. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. It's probably not good. I don't know. I couldn't
Do you have a
imagine it being.
tinfoil hat at all?
Kinda. Yeah.
Mm, okay.
Sometimes I'll put it on. My wife, she makes me take it off every now and again.
That's what they're there for. Hopefully it's grounding.
Yeah.
Um,
No, it's definitely good.
okay, he's stabilized again. I'm hoping this is going to work.
Hopefully this works. I switched
Tell
from
us,
landline to Wi-Fi, so hopefully that'll work.
from landline to Wi-Fi?
Yeah, you'd think it'd work better the other way around, but for some reason it's not.
Oh, and by Wi-Fi you mean like the phone
No actual internet.
in the house.
Yeah.
So I would think that the home internet would be faster.
Yeah, it works great. It's just I don't know why it's having issues right now. I think partly I've never used this program before, and I finally think I got it all figured out. I had my Wi-Fi on at the same time my landline was plugged in, and I think it might have been messing with it, but I think we got it figured out now.
Internet is so annoying.
It is.
But everything is. We were just talking about the microwave planet being the cooking of the of the planet with satellite internet, and I think we just need to be running fiber lines.
Oh, I agree.
Hmm.
Where you are, internet is if you're in a small town and the density is very low, you will not have very good internet because the telecoms just will not invest there. You're not going to get fiber. It sucks. And
Yeah, that's our problem.
the upload stream has to be like 10 megabits per second steadily to support a live stream. And most of America doesn't even have that. So it's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
So, Rasterot, let's tell us about you. How long you been doing what you do? Just spill your guts.
Well, I did for about 10 years or so solo music and produced. I did mainly rap. I mean, not rap, rock and metal. I actually never thought I would get into rap. And I put out a few of those albums. They weren't really the best of me. I felt like I could do better. And I had kind of fallen into a rough spot and just happened to come across some of Matt's material. And I listened to it. And I was like, "Hey, man, this is just great. We should try to do something together." And we immediately hit it off and made this collaboration. And it's really been better than anything I think either one of us has done separately. And it blew us both away. Really, I think it surprised us both.
Cool. I listened to it again today, and it's like themes of regeneration. It's not overtly political, but there's some messaging in there. Kind of some, if you read between the lines, I think. But it's good. Like I appreciate what you're trying to do with it. What you're trying to say.
Thank you.
We need more uplifting.
That is true. That is true. A lot of my older stuff was more depressing and stuff, and the direction I'm going in, we've actually started, working on the second album. Just, as of right now, we're getting that going so we can just keep moving, and we're trying to really, especially with the state of the world, we want to be positive for the people kind of artists. We don't want to put anything negative out there. We don't want to be those people that says some kind of negative comment and all of a sudden we're all over the news and hated by everybody. I mean, we really want to keep it real and try to spread the message that all, just peace and you only get one life, live it, enjoy it, and just that kind of thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I've been grooving on Twitter since COVID. I'll just be honest with you. I don't know how much you looked at me. I keep it very mellow on Instagram, but on Twitter, I'm more willing to call out things that most people don't agree with. Most people don't agree with me right now.
Yeah.
But I'm grooving with the Liberty Twitter scene, which is really a concoction of like former lefties who are still like civil libertarian minded, old school lefty, but are now sympathetic to conservative. And it's kind of a weird coalition happening these days. But I've been grooving with these people and bringing them on the live stream. It's a new. Have you changed your community in like other people in the last couple years with all the isolation? Here, you guys met each other. That could be an example of that.
Matt, you want to go on that one?
I don't know.
No, life is normal.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
we
wouldn't say
live.
normal. It's kind of
Yeah.
weird.
What has changed? in your
Just
lives?
I don't know. Everybody's super negative around where I live, and trying to control everybody else. Like, you got to wear this mask all the time. Like, I'm the only one at my job that's not vaccinated, so I'm the only one that has to wear a
It's
mask.
brave to say that right now, and that's crazy. It's
Yeah, it is.
courageous to say that.
It's rough, man. Like, I don't know. The wife and I have been talking about relocating to somewhere where I don't have to deal with this kind of shit. You know what I mean?
I love the Pacific Northwest. It's
Me
like
too,
in
and
my
it's-
soul and in my heart. I love it.
It's awesome out here. It'd be hard to leave. We got
Yeah.
a family here. We bought a house. Like, it'd be tough to leave all this, but at the same time, it's like I kind of feel like I'm either being ran out. Either do what I'm told or get out of here. And
I
I'm
think
like,
it's the vibe shifted. I lived in Portland, Oregon for 14 years, and that's how I met your uncle and stuff. So, and yeah, we talked about that. I'm just kind of talking to the audience too. It's just I didn't have to go, but it just felt like time. It felt like time to discover a new place, and that new place is like one of the oldest cities in the U.S. That's Philly. I can't say I recommend coming here, but there are some opportunities out here, especially land in Pennsylvania. But I shouldn't even. I wonder how many people are looking for land. I know I
Yeah.
am.
me.
Yeah. about
Luckily
you?
enough that I own my own land, so I'm lucky there. I'm looking to acquire some bigger land, but lucky enough I'm stable on that department as it is right now.
Do you think Oklahoma gets a bad rap?
Well,
What do you
honestly, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people like, I mean, our governor, really great guy, in my opinion, fights for us, fights for the people, really listens to stuff, won't take any of this mandate crap. You know, he really is a voice of the people where you should have sovereignty over your body and stuff. And a lot of people think of us like they probably think of Alabama or Georgia or places like that. And I'm not dissing on them at all, but we're not as southern as a lot of people think. You know, I don't know. I think we're kind of right in the crossroads of America when it comes to like Oklahoma City, Tulsa, places like that. Just a lot more traffic, a lot more people have come through, especially big names, and I think it's really getting on the map more than it was before. You know, I can't really say if it gets a good or a bad rap. I really don't ever hear anything good or bad about
Right.
it, you know.
Just no
So
rap.
with no rap
Yeah.
at all.
You are the rap.
That's right. I'm the rap.
Are there any artists that have come out of Oklahoma? Any rappers or that you would note?
Well, I have a good friend named John Davis, and he had a band named Levadian for a while. I don't know exactly how he's doing, but he has some material out if anybody wants to check that out. Uh, Other than that, I don't really know a lot of artists that have taken it to the level that we've taken it or really carried on to get out there. There are some bands that are rock bands, such as um, I don't know if it was Story of the Year, last year's Resolution, or one of those two bands came out of Oklahoma at some point, and there's a few other ones that have made it on the major radio stations and stuff. So, but as for rappers, no. And if you had asked me just a few years ago, I would have never thought in a million years I would have made a rap song. Just turns out I happen to be good at it.
Yeah. So tell me how did that happen? How did you shift
Well,
that?
actually, the first song that I listened to of Matt's was it's actually known as it's called The Return on the album, and he had it named as something different, and I played it, and I just immediately just started freestyle rapping to it, and I paused it, and I was like, whoa, I don't know what just happened. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning, but it worked, and so I started writing some stuff down to it. I recorded a little bit of it, and I reached out to him. I was like, you wanna try to do something here, and that just pretty much changed the whole thing. And I was even still thinking maybe we could do a rock song through there, mix it up some. And he thought, I think we should stick with one genre, and I agreed with that. And I think that we that was a wise decision.
We could always make some other album.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
Have you already on to it? You say that you're already on to another one? Pardon me.
Yeah.
I have a solution to play your music. So give me a second.
All right.
Can you guys talk amongst yourselves?
Yeah.
No
All I
problem.
can say,
My
I wasn't
screen
into
freezes for
hip hop.
about 5 seconds every once in a while, but then you guys come back, so I think we're all good there.
Okay.
And I wasn't into hip hop either, really. Before that, like a year ago, when COVID started, and I started having to play by myself more, and then I just was like, I'll just try making some beats. I don't know, see what happens.
You
Yeah.
weren't into hip hop at all? Like,
I listened to it like 90s stuff. Like I'm not really. I'll be honest. I don't really listen to a lot of like newer music, like from 2006 and newer. I mean, occasionally something will pop in, catch my ear, but most of the stuff I listen to is before. Like I listen to a lot of old stuff, oldies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I tend to agree. The only kind of new stuff I like hip hop wise, what really caught my attention was an artist named Twisted Insane, and he's out of San Diego, California, and he's just phenomenal. I mean, he really did some interesting things, caught my attention. I went to see him in Tulsa at a concert, got to meet him, got some pictures with him, and he's really a down to earth guy. And people like him and Tech Nine and some of the rap community that you don't really hear about on the mainstream is some of the things that I like. But other than that, I'd love metal. I'll listen to Cannibal Corpse just as much as the next guy, as well as I can turn around and listen to Tech Nine.
I need to listen to Cannibal Corpse.
Oh yeah, they're a great band. Get you
Yeah.
going. It's better than coffee.
That's a band that I have forgotten to listen to. Like I don't often tap into metal. There's like some metal albums that I just generally will get in a Tool mood and want to listen to Tool, but they're definitely like on the edge of more like prog rock. And that's kind of
Yeah.
but I don't like that super proggy metal that often gets associated. I don't like that, like Dream Theater and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah, I agree.
cheeseball. It gets so cheeseball. These guys are like classical musicians. They're shredders, though. I
hilarious.
mean, I respect
Yeah.
that. Yeah, keep talking. I'm gonna have this music loaded in like 30 seconds. Anything you
I
want to say?
understand. We were actually talking before you came on, and we were working fine, but he couldn't figure out how to get music to work either. So we're all kind of on that technical issue right now.
I gotta say, it's weird though being on a video thing. I've never done this
Yeah.
before. It's
Definitely different.
yeah. But yeah, I'm stoked to get the next record going and all the other ones that are gonna come after that. I just want to
Definitely.
make more music and have fun.
Absolutely. I think we'll only go just better and better and better from here. That's all we're gonna do is keep improving.
Right. So it's cold out there, ice on the road.
It's almost 60 degrees now. The ice is melting, but it's not snow, so it takes longer to melt. But it's almost all gone now. Far cry from yesterday's high of just 40.
Hey Rasterot, do you have a name yet for the new album?
I may never retire because I keep pushing. pushing it around the clock. Don't matter rap or rock, I just throw down what I got. And that's real, like the method that I feel, driving me to remain ill and spit these bars like Thomas Neal. Patience wearing thin with all the shit we're sinking in. Gotta dig it up again and find the courage to omit all the hatred spewing from the mouths of all you hypocrites. Man, that shit just makes me sick. You wanna talk about some things, but I'ma keep walking on down the block and thank God for all I got, because it means a lot. I come from nothing and someday I'll be something. My only option is to make it just that far. Will I take it all the way? And I can never stray a day or lose sight of who I am, because who would give a damn? Yeah, who would give a damn? I'ma keep pushing it around the clock. Don't matter rap or rock, don't matter rap or rock. You I'ma keep pushing it around the clock. Don't matter rap or rock, I'll just throw down what I got. I'm Rasterot. That's right, I'm Rasterot. I'll throw down what I got round the clock. Don't matter rap or rock, cause I'm Rasterot.
All right. Anything you want to say about that tune?
That is the second track on the album, and that was something we did in just a few hours. It really just kind of came together really well, really swiftly. And he emailed me some music, and I do my part of it, email it back. He worked on it. I think we had it all wrapped up in about a day. And I think it just blended right into the intro well.
Mm-hmm.
Indestructible.
Yeah.
There's kind of another one like that.
Another. So this
like
one.
a quick turnaround.
This one is about that
uh,
redemption, right? This is
what's
a
this?
redemption song. You become indestructible. I'm gonna turn it up.
We all turn to things that we don't really need, just to fill a gap in our tireless self-greed. Running through the mains of a poisoned well. The sadness that I feel is as if heaven fell. The anger that boils, the tears that emerge, like a violent coastal massive tsunami storm surge. Circling inside a spindle of darkness, begging to escape so we can't be a tired soul.
You like to talk about going through dark periods.
I have had a lot of those in my life.
Yeah.
And I've got a very good friend named Heather, and she's like my best friend in the entire world, and she's always told me that no matter what happens, just like a phoenix, you'll rise from the ashes. And through everything I've been through, I've just tried to humble myself more, become a better person, more caring, more empathetic, and really take the best out of a bad situation. And, always know that things could be worse. And I think that I just had a lot on my plate. Some people go to therapy, some people do other things. Music is therapy to me, and I think that working through it all is, it's really, I don't know, wouldn't you agree, Matt?
Yeah, for sure. Music is therapy major. Like, you get a lot of stuff out through just the feeling of these instruments that I play through my keyboard. Like, I make myself cry sometimes, like, just from playing certain stuff.
Definitely. Yeah, sometimes you just be by yourself and it just hits you.
That's cool. I don't know if I've ever had that. But you're just saying like the mood that you struck or something, you're just stoked, or you.
Yeah, like, it's hard to explain. Like, I'll be building a song, like layering these instruments, and like, I don't know, maybe it's the key I'm playing in or the chords I play, but just the feeling I get, sometimes it's like so satisfying it makes me cry, or maybe it just makes me feel sad and I'll cry. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain.
It's like some kind of emotion in you that, sometimes you don't even know that you're feeling until you just, maybe, for some people it might be a scene in a movie or something, but it just triggers something inside of you that you just need to let go of,
That's what crying is. It's definitely letting go of things. It's I definitely firmly believe there's a strength in in going through that, accepting our grief, and facing these things, and it shouldn't be categorized as feminine. It's just a necessary process. It's a
Oh,
necessary process.
absolutely.
And the art,
Absolutely.
the art that you of choice, I think often comedians say it's therapy, doing stand-up. And there's something about an immediate response from that form of performance that is very special to it, and therapeutic, I guess. And I think music is interesting because you can go ahead and do all this music by yourself, and then ultimately you're just choosing to put it out on a streaming platform and hoping people will hear it. And
That is a lot of it, is trying to get it promoted and trying to get the word out there enough to get it heard.
yeah, I mean, you've boosted my signal more than I think I would have boosted yours. I don't normally have 9 people streaming in here.
That's
So
good. I shared your page. I tried to get people to subscribe, and I'll continue to do that too, get you more followers.
Same here.
I think it's very it's sweet. It shows that you have a strong community that want to see you succeed.
Definitely.
I think of like sometimes you start a band and you get your first show and all the family and friends come, and the bar thinks that you're big, so you get the next gig, but then they start dropping off, and then suddenly you face with the reality that you don't actually have a following, and you're like, I've seen that. It seems like a routine kind of typical thing that happens. It's tough. It's so hard. I've had my bands in my day. Not that many though. I've only really been in a few bands. But it's like they're very delicate. One guy, for example, in the History of the Future, it was a prog rock band in like 2005. I was in, and one guy just got tired of it or didn't like that we were playing mostly with like rock and metal bands or something, and he was just quit. And then that crumbled the whole thing. All the work we put into it just crumbled the whole thing because one guy was like, nah. Danielle Melton says hi. A lot of positivity. Look at all this positivity. Love this one. That's me. Love you, dear friend.
Yeah, that's Heather right there. She's awesome. She's my best friend in the whole world. Known that girl since 5th grade. She's a great person.
Groovy. Yeah. So how
I like what you were saying.
Yeah. Go ahead.
About how sensitive the bands can be. It's like one person quits and it's pretty much over.
Yeah, you know more about that than either one of us, I think. I mean, me or you, you were telling me you had some issues with that.
Yeah, I mean, nothing major, but life happens, and some people, either get sick of it, like Sean was saying, or get busy, decide maybe you're not getting traction, so give up, or the family and friends start dropping off from the shows, and it's easy to get unmotivated, I guess, to keep pushing through all that.
I've always been more of the producer kind of guy for about the last, 10, 15 years. And for a long time, I produced several different bands.
Oh, no. Glitch.
But I do have the means to...
You're a little bit frozen, Rasterot.
There it is.
Yeah, that...
All right. We lost you for a minute, but
yeah, I figured that happened.
I think we get musicians, we get really, like excited, and I have so many times not properly presented my music, and that's kind of why one thing I'm trying to do right now is just get my old stuff packaged in something that looks decent, get on streaming services, and then move on and only work on new shit. But it's like I did not properly collect or present my old stuff. That's something that people don't do right. I see a lot, and having done it myself, and then also like we get excited about an idea. Like you want to create a band that sounds like this or that, and you find some players and you put it together and you produce it, you know, and then somebody drops out or whatever. It's like we don't think about chemistry that much. I think people, as musicians, we forget the importance of the chemistry between the players as friends. I look at the bands that had the greatest success that I think will continue to make great music, like Radiohead to me, Tool, aside from the bassist, but he's been with them for a very long time, so most of the time. These guys are like brothers, and they came up together. Everything bonds them so tightly, and you can't beat that. It's like a long marriage versus you dating somebody, really, and you can just be perpetually dating as a musician, and it's tough. We want to be heard so bad.
Yeah, it really does amaze me, a lot of the bands that have been around for so long. I mean, just kudos to them. That takes a lot of diligence and a lot of discipline.
And you guys are a new duo, so
yes,
we'll see if you can test this principle.
We're gonna take it over. We're starting a whole new thing. This is just the beginning.
Yeah, me too. I think we're all old. I thought you guys were going to be younger. We're all old guys here.
Right?
Yeah, well, I'm 33. I mean, you know.
Okay. The beard fooled me.
Yeah.
Or maybe the pixelization is hard to see how fresh your face is.
Yeah, maybe.
You're a family man, though?
Yes, I've got twin 11-year-old boys and a wonderful girlfriend, and just family man all the way around. Love them to pieces.
Working man? Like Rush?
Yeah, I do all kinds of stuff. A jack of all trades. Doesn't matter what it is.
Oh, really? I feel the same. I identify with that, jack of all trades. So you don't have a job? You just go around picking up gigs?
Well, I was working at a actual local dispensary here until it closed, went out of business, and yesterday was my last day there. But I've now got some framing job lined up, some tile work lined up, some computer work lined up, and just whatever I can do.
What kind of dispensary? Medical?
Yeah, it's medical marijuana.
You don't have recreational in Oklahoma?
No, just medical only.
Yeah, it's creeping its way east, but it's taking a damn long time. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I'm really surprised it became legal here as fast as it did.
Yeah, I mean you're under some pressure there. You got Colorado. It's just I don't know why whoever they are, I don't know why it's happening this way. Like why the West? So 10 years ago the West was already on to weed, and out here in Pennsylvania and so on, we're just kind of like twiddling our thumb, still busting people for weed.
Yeah,
Not
it doesn't
in
make
Philly
any
though.
sense.
In Philly, it's not like that way. You smell weed everywhere. Everybody's high. It's as if it's legal, but you can't walk into a dispensary. I love walking into a dispensary.
Yeah. Well, I'd certainly rather have someone, smoke a joint, walk down the street than, walk down the street carrying a bottle of tequila or something like that.
Y is asking, what's the new album like? Is that in reference not to the one we played, the one you're working on?
The one we're working on, we are just really playing with ideas with just the first couple of tracks right now, but it's going to be a lot faster and a lot more, I don't know if uplifting is the right word, but it's definitely going to make you want to jam out to it, get you amped. It's going to be a more positive message, not so much down stuff. Of course, we'll have a slow song or two to kind of mellow out the vibe of the whole album, but it's definitely going to be a major step up.
How's that work, Matt?
Well, I just gotta make my instrumentals a little more impactful, I guess. A little more, hit a little harder. Yeah, a little more
So it's
upbeat.
something you're consciously doing, not that you made a decision to make something more upbeat.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the last one was kind of a hodgepodge of freestyle. Like, I didn't really have any idea in mind. It's just what I came up with, and I was just sending it to him as I was going, and he'd say yes or no. I like this one, not so much this one. Keep this one, get rid of that one, and so on until we had something he was satisfied with and I was happy with. So we'll keep doing that.
Cool. How conscious can you be when you're working on stuff? I find whenever I get into a mode of producing some electronic music, it's just a mood that I'm in, and that carries me for a while, and then there's nothing left, and then I take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Like for me, it'd start with the mood and the feeling. Like I try and find sounds that fit that vibe and that feeling, and then take it from there. And then after that, it's kind of for me all about structure and kind of sticking with the discipline and keeping it structured. Add a little bit of flair here and there if you can, and get Rasterot's input.
Do you want this to be your job? Do you want it to be your jobs?
I want it to be a career.
How do you, because I feel the same way, but realistically, that's my plan C, not my plan A, right? To be a famous producer of some, whether it's podcasting or music or whatever breaks, or something. It's like the idea of being famous sucks. I don't want that whatsoever. I actually just want to I want to encourage a value for value system to where we are earning our money however we earn our money as people, and we really appreciate certain content producers, musicians, podcasters, and what we're willing to spend to maintain that, what it does for our life, why it's valuable. To be in a decentralized way distributed those revenues, that cash that people are willing to release. That's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to be part of. That way you have, it becomes almost, it is already just about impossible to break a superstar now.
Mm-hmm.
It looks very forced the way it happens. People like, I don't want to name anybody, but there's just certain stars that get put out and it's just obvious. And it's kind of been obvious for a long time. But the thing is, like, back in the late 90s, you remember NSYNC and Britney Spears, and that was like one of the last eras.
Yeah, there was something definitely unique about the 90s. You just don't have anymore.
You can't break a Nirvana. There's not going to be a Nirvana. There's not going to be a Justin Timberlake.
No more Alice in Chains.
It's just like, well, I don't mean content-wise. I just mean the way that mass media, if you dropped a new song on the radio, it hit, the frequencies ran through the whole city. With MTV, a new video, the whole country. And then it's just like everybody would see that at once. And that era is over. It trickles now.
Yeah.
And I can't say I miss it. As long as we maintain it, like I love radio. I love that Y has its own pirate radio station that actually covers the whole little town. It's dope.
That's
cool.
But so if you ever drive to Mexico, know that you've got a little bit of radio for a moment there while you're pumping your gas.
Well, that's cool.
There's literally like no radio station in that town, so it's like just the community volunteered to do it.
Well, that's interesting.
I'm blabbering.
That's kick-ass.
But you have supportive community right here. How many? You just need so many numbers So many
Mhm.
people that are
Yeah.
willing to buy the record or just put $5
They
a
don't
month
even
in
have to
direction.
buy it. Just
Yeah,
listen
we've
to it.
got we're available
Whatever.
on 52 different platforms: Spotify, Apple, Deezer, Tidal, Amazon Music. Anywhere you stream, you can find us. And just the more streams we get, the better we can, monetize it, and the more we can put into making better stuff in the future and helping out anyone that needs help. We're the kind of people that believe that. I mean, me personally, if I was to come up and just hit it big, I'd want to, build a grocery store for my town and help out the less fortunate people and create jobs and things like that instead of, getting some kind of ridiculous outfit that would put someone through college. You know what I mean?
Don't tell the Illuminati this over our broadcast. What you need to tell them is, I want to promote Lambos and frivolous spending, and then you'll get it, and then you'll go psych, and then you'll turn it into a community program, and then
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
assassinate you for
Mhm.
being
For
someone
being
like
a nice guy.
for being
Yeah. That's about the way it goes.
yeah.
Mhm.
I am I'm with you. That's what I would do too. I would try to invest more into people and keep that money flowing.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal. I mean, I have a lot of respect for whenever I believe it was the Haiti earthquake happened, and John Travolta and his wife flew their personal private jet over there and spent their own money to give them supplies. And I think more artists and actors and celebrities need to step up and help. We have trillions of dollars of debt and all kinds of problems in this country. If everyone just gave a little bit, it could be solved.
Well, what's the old saying? If you sweep your front step, if everybody sweeps their front steps or whatever, and like that, everybody cleans their porch. What is that freaking phrase? The whole world will be clean is the way it ends.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep, I guess my mantra these days is to mind my business and take care of my business. Mind and take care of my business. Because we spend far too much time comparing ourselves to others. We need to get deep into our own vibe and understand what we're doing and how it's affecting others in the world. And there's no... Oh, yeah, I was connecting to something I was saying earlier about Liberty Twitter. The attitude there tends to be the government sucks, and I agree. And then after that, the solution, we all splinter off. And a lot of people tend to say in that scene, get rid of the federal government. Just make it go away, wash it away. To which I say, then you're going to splash water on it, and it'll turn into 50 gremlins, and it'll be insane. It's
Yeah.
already insane, but it'll just get more insane. So I don't know. I don't really know. That's my argument. I don't know what's true. Like,
I think we're heading down a
is
path that's changing everything as it is already.
a dangerous path, and I think that the only solution truly is to raise the consciousness, and we can only do that in ourselves. We are not responsible for anybody. But in a way, I look at the world as like this, and there's anarchists who are the opposite to me on this, but I look at the world as me. I'm the world, and the world is me. Therefore, the government is me. I am the government. That's theoretically what democracy is, but beyond theory, it's still human. It's still a human construction. We're all humans together. And
Exactly.
the manifestation of that government was humans just being humans and trying to manage this messy life and world that we all have inherited. And it's all a very fluid thing. So, yeah. I'm the world is me.
Despite whatever uniform you wear or whatever you stand for, you strip everybody down. We all just have a heart. We're all just trying to do what we think is best,
Word. And so that's the kind of content I think we need. So,
Yeah.
I appreciate your intentions.
I definitely want to push that more into the next record in the future. Is just as realistic, positive, optimistic stuff as we can get. While like I say, while maintaining realism. Opening people's eyes up and just really the people of this country that are just like you and me and Matt are just as strong as the people that we rely on. I mean, it just takes the the wake up, you know, to really make people realize that.
Anything you want to say, Matt?
No, I think if people, I'm kind of like you, mind my own business, keep grinding, get shit done. People need to chill out.
He says he's staying in the background. He's just making the music. So if they assassinate anybody, it'll be me.
Yeah, ain't nobody getting assassinated.
No.
Let's not talk like that.
No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are totally like keeping it low key with your record. It's not divisive at all. The cover makes me think it's going to be a darker, more rock-ish record.
Yeah.
I'll give
The actual, I mean, everybody kind of knows what apathetic is, and Irene is actually used in this sense as a synonym for peace, because she's actually a goddess of peace in a certain type of mythology. So it's kind of like apathy and peace. And in reference to, I think what you were asking me earlier, Matt, about a second album title, I had something like Sympathy and Discord as a working title in mind, just because it's the opposite of apathy and peace. But, you know, it may change once we write the music and be like, hey, this works better, you know, so.
Self-referencing. This Philadelphia artist Tierra Whack put out 3 EPs, and they set up like this to where it's a triptych. I like that. I like what people can do today. I was thinking about albums that are going to be like NFTs. You could do like, you know, they'll make like 1,000 different images. I'm positive there's going to be an album coming out with 1,000 different album covers, and they're going to be sold as NFTs.
I was just talking to him. I was talking to Rasterot about that. I brought it up. I was like, we should make an NFT album. Like,
yeah, we definitely need to talk some more about that here in a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be the way things are distributed, and just a lot is changing, and some of this is for the better. It's decentralized. That's my motto. Right. Decentralize the power. Get it back in the hands of the people.
That's right.
I think we're coming up on the hour, which is usually what I shoot for. I feel like we're good. Do you feel good? Do you have anything you want to say? And drop some links right now. Where to go? Find you?
Well,
Twitter,
I don't really
Instagram,
know.
Anything.
Just search for Rasterot and Matchewey on any streaming platform, and you'll find it. Apathy and Irene is the album. I don't really have a way to put a link in here right now, or I would. But you can look me up on Facebook. My name's Rasterot. You can find me just a Google search away. Feel free to friend request me. You don't just have to follow me. That's fine. I'm an artist for the people. Feel free to say hi. I'll communicate right back with you.
Groovy.
But I really appreciate your time. It was really nice to meet you, and really appreciate the interview and the exposure and everything.
I ain't doing nothing. It's just practice. Sure. Hopefully somebody watches my Twitter or whatever, and we'll come back. Well, you know, here this will sit on YouTube, and so when people search you, it'll be another thing that comes up, and they can get to know you.
Yeah.
Watch us stumble with our live streaming nonsense, but it's charming.
Well, I'm definitely going to share it as well.
See how indie we are. Watch Matchewey. I screwed it up again. Matchewey, I got it. You got it. Thank you.
You can find me on Facebook. You can search me, Matthew Melton. I'm on beatstars.com, so if anybody wants to buy some beats or whatever, you can find me, Matchewey. I have SoundCloud, Spotify, all that stuff. Same thing. It's all either Matthew Melton or Matchewey. So feel free to reach out. If anybody wants to work together, hit me up.
Cool.
Yeah, we're open to collab with anyone. You know, we're definitely always open. Just contact us. I mean, we're not stuck up people. We're just normal people. We'll talk to anybody.
So if y'all want to collaborate, it sounds like there's some open-minded folks looking for other people to make music with. more the better, right?
Absolutely.
Right. For sure.
Absolutely.
And all right, if you guys if you guys want to hang out a little bit, I'm just gonna take you off the stream. But then if you just hang out, we could talk a little bit if you want for a second.
Okay, yeah.
Before you go.
I'm down.
Okay.
All right, thanks for coming on, guys.
Sounds great.
I'm gonna do a little sign off.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
All right, put them away. All right, so thank you for those who have tuned in, and thank you to their friends. I really appreciate all of you guys sitting here and watching this stream and joining in the chat. I'm touched that there's a community like this, and I just want to be a conduit and boost other independent, decentralized nodes in the media network. So I'm signing off. I don't know when my next live stream will be, but I'm talking to some rad people about it, and can't wait to do it again. All right, love you all. Bye-bye.